have a question about when you said that you are your habits, and then you say that you also help people with depression. And I think people with depression has normally bad habits, right? And if the approach is you are your habits, and they already feel like trash, and they have that realization, it's like they're not going to be either motivated to start, changing their habits. They're going to think like, this is impossible. If I am my habits, I'm just doomed. I'm broken, period.
Yeah.
So what is your approach? Like, how would the cognitive behavioral therapy consider this? Or do you approach them differently? Do you really think we are our habits? Or how would you elaborate on this? Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So yes, you are your habits, and I think it's important to take ownership of who you are, but it's also important to have that tagline that I use: you are your habits. But if you want to change yourself, it's all you need to do is change your habits. Now with with mental challenges, so it's myself, I have a mental challenge. I am bipolar. So I am, again, my own, greatest experiment that I'm doing with all of this. And so how it works in the brain is that, first of all, habits are important for people with mental challenges because I believe they need structure. First and foremost, structure. And in that structure consists of routines. And routines are made of habits. That's how I see it, in my head. It's not a truth, but that's how I see it. Routines are made of habits. And so when you have a, mental condition, it's important that when you feel a little bit okay, so when, before shit hits the fan, excuse my French, that you work on getting that framework or those routines that work for you, get those set up. So when the time comes, and it's that time, that cycle is coming around, that you have at least, and this is what I would have them do first, you have a evening routine that you love because it's yours and you set it up with your coach and it's what you know, and you have your morning routine. And even if the day goes to, explodes, at least there is something that is familiar to you, because you are in the unfamiliar. When you're in that bad cycle, you're in your things that you don't know, you don't know anything. It's bad. But there's like two parts of the day that you've practiced over and over and over again, and you know it. So you know that there's, relief coming because there's a familiar thing. To make it more specific, so over the years, I've developed an evening routine and then a morning routine, and I'm, it's always work in progress, my day routine. But it helped me a lot because I know when I'm like, when it's that time and I know nothing anymore and I feel like crap, then I go, okay, and this is then cognitive, CBT, like, I don't know. What do you know? Well, I know that, when it's 8, I'm starting my evening routine and I'm changing into my pajamas and I'm setting the table for the breakfast the day after, and I go for one more walk with my dogs. That I know. And so the thing that even if it's so bad, and that'll help you like get back into, the thing of things more easily. So structure and working on routines that you love. And it's not because like I get up at 5:30, I do I've invented this word. I call it snooga. It's and it helped many of my clients who had the habit of snoozing, right? Snoozing can make you feel really bad and, you know, make you late for things and make you stress. So it's a like snoozing and yoga, snooga, and you can still have the feeling that you're snoozing, but you're already doing a little bit of yoga. So I came up with this, and I'm tricking my brain, and like I'm slowly waking up, but I'm still like hiding under the covers. And so wake up at 5:30, start my snooga, so that's in bed. And then by the time I'm done with snooga, my eyes are open, I feel awake. Then I get up, I finish the rest of my yoga, I get a little bit of a strength training in. Then I go downstairs and I have my whole little routine that's coming up. And so that has helped me enormously with managing it all better and getting through it quicker, because that's what you know. And in all the unknown, there is a few things that you know. And then with like CBT, how does that come in more is to have these people understand very well what is a thought, like what is reality. Do they have proof? You know, I'm a loser. I'm, you know, all of that. I'm a failure. Okay, you know, did you get your college degree? Yes. Was that hard? Yes. Well, that means that you can do hard things, right? So you can be successful as well in things. So you have to always counter, I don't know how you call it, act on what these people are saying, and ask them to, what is your proof of that? All they have is thoughts, and those thoughts trigger feelings. So if the thoughts are negative, it will trigger negative feelings. So people with mental conditions need to understand what is reality, and which is hard at that time, but is it a thought or is it a feeling? It's important to see that distinction in those three.